Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. It is Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans, where we do all things planning and budgeting, and today we are budgeting. I am here to set up our paycheck budget for our November 28th paycheck, which is tomorrow, if anyone is counting. So I'm behind on this, on getting this set up. I've been working on it in my spreadsheet. It's not that I've not done anything with budgeting. I just have a lot of things are changing and moving around, and it feels a little chaotic, I guess. And so I didn't get it done. And then once I went to do it, I was so much like, oh, everything's changing and I don't actually know what this budget is going to look like, that I decided to wait until I actually had a little bit more of a finalized or most accurate budget to share with you. And so that's where we're at today. And we are going to have, so we'll just go ahead and jump in. We are paid bi-weekly on the same Friday. We are we both work full time, and we are paid hourly, but we both work 80 hours every pay period. And so our paychecks are pretty consistent. I am budgeting for myself. I actually know it has hit my account already, $1195.94. And my husband's paycheck is typically $1721.44. And that is the only thing that we are budgeting for. Sometimes we have additional things coming in. I get mileage reimbursements, just, whatever, side hustle stuff. But the only thing that we budget for is what I know is coming in, which is our W-2 income. So we are anticipating $2,917.38 for this pay period. Next, we move on down to our fixed expenses. Our second paycheck has a little bit less fixed expenses because we cover the majority of those with our first paycheck. The second half of the internet bill is $44.11. That went up $30 last month, and so now $50 I take out with the first paycheck and $44.11 here in the second paycheck. Our phone bill is $442.73. It's usually $193. So this is some of the international stuff that we did. This is, I think, an activation fee because I got a new phone. We were able to add a free line, so we added a third line to our current phone plan, and then I just upgraded my phone and put my old phone on the third line. It's a whole thing. I don't know what it's going to look like ongoing, but this is what it is today. So we are just dealing with that as it's in front of us. I don't know. Life insurance is $131 per pay period. Donation, I'm anticipating putting $100 towards a donation. Been trying to get back into donating more, and it just hasn't happened. We don't have to do anything for insurance. That was due in the month of November, and it was fully funded. So we won't start saving again until December for that. Vehicle registration, we're not funding again until after the beginning of the year. Workout subscription is going to get $10, and our Mint Mobile subscription is going to get $0. So those are our fixed expenses for this pay period. So let's go ahead and add those up. All right, that equals $717.84. If I subtract that from the $291738 that we started with, that leaves us with $2,199.54 to budget. $2,199.54. I carry that down to the next category, which is savings. I switch these around because I have more variable categories than I do savings categories. So in our savings categories, we start out with our emergency fund. We are doing the Save 2025 and 2025 in this pay period. That is $85. We are so close to done. Two more, obviously, 2 paychecks in December, and we will finish that $85. $0 is going towards vacation. We just finished up a vacation. Everything vacation related was paid for. Well, it's not, well, you'll just see. Anyway, we're not putting any in that sinking fund right now. Vacationing is done for the moment. $20 is going to propane, which is future winter heating costs. $50 we put directly into a high yield savings account for future child related expenses. Medical sinking fund is getting $150. Save towards future medical costs that hopefully we don't need. Summer daycare gets $280. need to add a category here. Okay. The next three are in cash. So we put $40 towards Christmas challenges, $15 towards holiday challenges, and $200 towards our minis, which funds our cash envelopes and sinking funds. And then vehicles. So after our current property tax goal, we're saving for vehicles. And with this paycheck, we should be able to put $13.92 into our vehicle sinking fund. Not a lot, but it's there. So let's go ahead and add up our savings categories here. Should be $853.92. Okay, so if we take the $21.99.54 that we started this category with and subtract $853.92, we then have $1,345.62 left to budget. We will move that up to our variable category and continue budgeting. All right, in our variable section here, we usually plan to pull $350 for groceries, $140 for spending, which is $70 for me, $70 for my husband, $50 for beauty, which actually goes to pedicure. Work meals is getting $0 this paycheck. Drinks is getting $60. Dine out gets $100. Car wash gets $30, and kids allowance gets $18. Those are pretty consistent numbers that do not change. Amazon subscriptions, we do a whole bunch of our household type items on subscription every month from Amazon. Obviously, the items are rotating. It's not the same thing every month, but it's toothpaste, it's soap, it's deodorant, it is garbage bags, toilet paper, paper towels, Kleenex, things like that. So this month, the amount is $104.50. Our school lunch bill, our school started last year billing us after the fact, and so we get a bill approximately every 2 weeks, generally twice a month. Sometimes it's more days on one, less days on the other. And so I owe $85.15 to be drafted December 8th for my kids' current school lunch bill. Gas is going to get that was a lie. Gas is going to get $100, and then there's a 29-cent fee. We purchase gas on reloadable Quick Start cards through the Raise Right app. I explain this every time, and so for anyone who's not new, I apologize. The Raise Right app, my kids go to a private school. The Raise Right app is a fundraising app, and so any gift cards purchased through there, or when we reload our reloadable gift cards, a credit or a percentage goes back to our school. And our school, instead of taking that money and, collecting it for them as a fundraiser, they apply it to our lunch account. So when I buy gas, I do occasionally get other things on there, but the main source of it is putting money towards our gas. It helps to bring down our school lunch account. Feeding 3 kids in school is a mess and a half, as always. Okay, so I plan to put $100 on that, and that's just a 29-cent fee to take it from my bank account. If I use a card, it's 3% or whatever, but it'll automatically come out of my bank account for 29 cents. Nothing from Target. That's typically where we do pull-ups and wipes. Medical expenses, there is $0. Vehicle expenses, there is $0. I'm taking some from, Stephanie from Budget for Five with Stephanie. It's not, I just had a miscellaneous, and anything that wasn't budgeted kind of got lumped in, but I don't want miscellaneous because I actually want to know what I'm spending the money on, not just this lumped in miscellaneous charge. So we have some, I think there is only one in here. I was thinking there was more. We do have, I think, you'll see on the closeout a couple different categories added. So this is vacation. This wasn't, not that I wasn't planning this, because I was definitely planning this, but I wasn't planning to spend 2 nights. So last weekend, we were in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin for a wedding for my cousin. I was only planning on spending 1 night at the Airbnb, and then we ended up spending 2 because I went over a day early. There was a thing Friday night for her as well. And so then I don't even remember what I had some money left in our vacation sinking fund, $55. And so I moved that over to cover night 2 of the Airbnb. And then I still needed $129.92 to cash flow that second night, in the Airbnb. So that is what that vacation expense is for. And then hopefully that is everything that we have there, and not planning for any miscellaneous expenses. All right, so our total variable expenses is $1,167.86. If I subtract that from $1,345.62, that leaves me with a leftover amount of $177.76 left to budget, and then that brings us down into our final category. But I'm off $10, and I don't know why I'm off $10. What a random number to be off. Did I forget a $10 expense somewhere? I'm guessing my math is wrong somewhere, because I don't think it's actually my... Hang on, I'm going to do some math and come back. In conclusion, I have no idea where the mistake is. So what I'm going to do, our current primary savings goal is our property tax sinking fund. And in order to finish that, we actually need $167.76. Which is what I thought we should have here. So I don't know why or where I'm off $10. But in any case, $167.76 will finish our property tax sinking fund, which apparently leaves us with $10, which we're just, it's not a zero-based budget. I'm going to find out where that $10 is supposed to be here in my budget, and we'll go from there, because there shouldn't be an extra $10. And if there is, it's going to go towards vehicles, because that is my next goal. So I will figure out where that is. I have no idea. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. This should be a zero-based budget, and it will be. Either that $10 will get moved to vehicles, or I have an error somewhere else, and I will fix that. And so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It helps out, and I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.